And we are live. As we get people coming in here, drop a comment. Tell me where you're from. Let's get live on our IG. There we go. We'll get this live into our Facebook. If you are coming in here, let me know where you're from, what you're doing. Today we're going over nationwide comps, and I'm honestly going to build out the training for our new sales reps that we're going to be hiring on here soon. How to comp properties nationwide. Looks like we got one person in here. Regardless, we're going to get it done. I did lose to RJ Bates on the closer's cage match. It was abysmal, to say the least. RJ Bates is a dirtbag, but we'll get back to it. What's going on, Tony? Hey, we got 6 people in here. We got Bo, Sergio, Mr. Clean Slate. We got Evan Gross. We'll get this still going. Let me get this into a couple more Facebook groups of ours. Then we'll get it going on how to comp houses nationwide. So our biggest issue that I've run into is I locked up a bunch that were, for a lack of better words, trash. And I locked them up. And I thought like, oh yeah, we have good numbers, this and that, blah blah blah. And then it really turned out we didn't have good numbers. And so I think this will be a good learning experience. All right, here we go. So we're going to do here. If you're watching this on Facebook and YouTube, leave a comment for me. If you're watching this on IG, leave a comment for me. I see a couple of you guys in both of them. If our IG loads. All right, here we go. Let me share my screen. So we're going to go over a couple different properties in a couple different states. Let me reset my filters. So right now, it says we have 27, and we have like 3 other JVs that are going right now, which is dope. But this is going to be a great learning experience for you guys. Let me know if you guys can see my screen in the comments. So what we'll do is we'll click out of all these. So what I use is I use Investor Lift, I use Zillow, and I use Property Radar. And it's a mixture, and I actually use Redfin. And Instant Street View. And I'm going to use this calculator. Like I got a lot that goes into me like valuing a property and seeing what we're going to be at. All right, can you guys see my screen? Let me know in the comments. I actually got quite a few people over here on the Facebook. All right, sweet. We're getting thumbs up in the IG chat. All right. And we'll just have this. And guys, as you're training your team members, you can do the same thing, but just using Loom. For me, since StreamYard makes it so I can cut up videos, all I'm going to do after this is I'll go into here, I'll cut them all up, I'll throw them in a Google Drive, and it'll be a long video on, hey, here's how you comp. And as we bring in our new sales reps, I have it. They can go look at it. They can see it. There's a system for us on how to train people. But here's this property in Schwartz Creek. So first, I want to check out the Zillow. And she told me this property needs work and has like foundation issues. And I'm always comping without any photos and just going by what they tell me. But it's got a huge yard. And I asked her, I was like, yeah, have you like done anything crazy to it? She was like, no, I haven't done anything crazy to it. We did have like a ceiling cave in, which was an issue. And she was like, yeah, I think it's because of the foundation. But I can look at these and be like, okay, I see what we're getting at. So here's step one is our Zillow. Now I'm going to create another Zillow link. And I'm going to copy this address from Resimply. I'm going to throw this into Property Radar. So we were looking at one clear the fuck up here the other day. And this one's on the outside of Flint. And as we're looking at properties, the reason we're going to use so many different applications is because we're going to get sometimes, like right here, it doesn't tell us what our total square footage is. Like, it just doesn't tell us. Like, no square feet, no bedrooms and bathrooms. So I need to check out my Zillow. Zillow tells me I'm a 3-1. And I'm 900 something square feet. And I'm going to go. And I'm just going to go in here. Put it at 1250. No minimum. In the last 6 months. And so I already have one right here. It's a 3-2. And we may not be able to use it right now, but it's a good one to check out. 1104 for 180. So that's a good that's a good comp for me. And so right now I'm going for the ARV because I'm going to get the ARV, I'm going to get the as is, and I'm going to get my novation price, right? Because like we have our cash buyers and what cash buyers are buying properties for in the area. We have our ARV because in some markets we can sell it off of ARV if we're in a major metro. And then we have our as is, like investor list stuff. Like, okay, everybody's buying X amount of dollars price per square foot. If we can sell it, if we can buy ours at $20,000 cheaper, we're going to make a profit. Does anybody have any questions so far as how I'm handling looking at all these? I actually have a good amount of people on a Sunday, which is good. All right, no questions. We'll keep it moving. So now, I want to put... Oh, shit. Here's my short screen. So on Property Radar, what I'm looking at is I want to see anything that's sold like within this vicinity. So I'm going to get rid of 19. I'm going to get rid of 20. And I just start off with the numbers first, and then I'll go down to the basics that I need. 14, 17, 15, 16, 12, 7, 5, 9. Now, I have everything in this neighborhood. But since the hard part with this one, if you look at all this, we don't have any square footage in here. So that's a enormous pain in the ass for us. So one thing that I'm going to look at, I would take this die road right here as like our dividing road if we want to get really, really granular as far as what the properties are selling for. And then if I want to get it to another level, I'd say number 1 we're not going to use. I can use as a comp. And if we had actual square footage, it would be a couple hundred square feet. Now, as I'm going through this, I want to see, okay, everything's sold within the last 6 months, which is good. My next step, I want to eliminate if there's any like astronomically low comps in here. And it doesn't look like there is. But like this 251 right here, this soya, that could be really good for us. So I'm going to click that. And now I want to see photos of this house and what it looked like. Realtor generally has the photos. Zillow doesn't keep them up. This one would be a tough comp. But still, 3.2, 1190 square feet. So we have another 3.2, 1100. This one's 1200 square feet. For 250 though. So no matter what, but it has a 2-car garage. Ours has a detached garage. So there's one of them. I can check these Mount Vernons, but I really want to see, I think that's 6 and 8. Yeah, I want to see everything over here. So this one right here. And this one sold in March for 182. Oh, that's the one that we already had. That's why. Then let's check out 8. 8 could be another great one. But whenever we don't have any square footage, that's when it makes it like tedious. Because I could generally look at these comps and be like, okay, here's what we're seeing. We're good to go. But not with this one. So I'll get rid of this. We're right there, 2,000 square feet for a 250. Like we can't do shit about that. So I'm gonna cross out that one, and then it's just a methodical going back and forth and seeing which ones have actually moved. Check out number 2. Oh. Now I'm doing the same thing, and I'm just going back and forth and back and forth until I find the one that matches. Right now, we have this one locked up at like 63. I think we had ARV at like 180. But again, 1,800 square feet. So this one on Mount Vernon Pass, no go. Now we gotta check out Soulgrave. And this is like the tedious part of looking at it, is because I have to go gather the info from someone else. Just because for whatever reason these guys don't have updated records.